This is perfect. Absolutely a paradise that countless people dream of while working. The man in the forest only relied on his own hands, spending 60 days building a comfortable stone house. In front of the house is a lake fed by a mountain stream. And on one side, there is a garden. To rest and relax, even. Make sticky rice cakes by hand to enjoy. Directly. Turning wildlife into a paradise. Retreat. This man is Mr. Long. After many failures in love, the recent blind date failed again, making him frustrated and desperate. Ben decided to go alone to this desolate area and build a small house to live in. Living alone, he quickly chose the cliff right in front of him. At first glance, it did not seem like an ideal place to build a house. So he had to fix the chaotic rock formations. Due to weathering over hundreds of years, the surface of the rocks had become brittle and weak. Mr. Long just needs to use a small hammer to tap lightly to separate it from the wall. It looks simple but takes a lot of time when encountering hard rock blocks. He has to use a bigger hammer and a chisel. Fortunately, Mr. Long is patient and doesn't give up even when the work is boring. Thinking about what comes next. Hey, having their own house makes them even more enthusiastic. Their actions are getting stronger after 2 hours and a half of continuously hammering with big and small hammers. They finally created a hole. The next step is to gather more stones around because they want a durable shelter. So these strange stones are the materials. It is best to build a house on a stone foundation like this. It will be extremely stable and easy to gather materials. Because stones are everywhere, it helps reduce the effort in resource collection for Mr. Long. After that, he also collected yellow clay. This type of clay, when mixed with water, has excellent adhesive properties, making it an ideal binding material for construction. In the forest, it is like natural cement. Just stack clay and stones to build. The stone foundation is gradually built up. Then fill the gaps with rubble and sand, and keep repeating continuously. Although the stones are of all strange shapes, under Mr. Long's skillful hands, they gradually, quickly becoming neat, a small foundation also appears. The area looks like a one-bedroom apartment. Once the foundation is done, the main structure of the house can be built. Before that, Mr. Long left space for the door, so building the walls later will be more convenient. First, he stripped the bark off the wooden logs of suitable length. Then he measured carefully to carve them into square wooden beams. Then use wild wooden nails to secure them. Fix them into a square frame like this. This is the main door frame of the house. Once it is done, place it in the next position. Mr. Long continues building walls on both sides of the door frame, using the method previously applied, gradually constructing the stone walls of the shelter. At the same time, considering the issue of smoke and fire. Later in the wilderness, of course, a convenient fireplace is indispensable. A convenient fireplace is indispensable. Long then built it against the rock wall. It only took a few strokes to set it up. The base of the fireplace was built along with the wall. As the wall got higher, the fireplace was also elevated and transparent. Over a long period of time, Long was either building the wall or on the way to collect stones, so this process has truly taken a lot of effort from you. Luckily, you are at your peak, so your body has not been overly exhausted compared to the stamina of others. Your age. It is much better, and this is exactly the confidence that drives you to enter this place. The wild construction when the wall was built up to half a person's height. Mr. Long left a small window for the shelter to ensure light and ventilation later, though this was his first time building. Mr. Long had calculated pretty thorough. After all, this is the first house I have ever built outside the wilderness, so putting in the effort is only natural. After building the walls and raising the fireplace to a suitable height, I could start constructing the roof frame. First, Long secured 2 wooden beams onto the door frame, then installed a round wooden log in the middle as a pillar. This is the load-bearing point for the roof beam. Later on, it is also essential to use wooden nails to secure it firmly. As for setting up the roof beam, it requires more precision. Later, after determining the correct position with a wooden stick, you also have to carve a groove in the rock wall to place the beam afterward. Carve grooves on the round wooden logs so they can fit tightly with the roof support posts. Once completed, place them. Since this is the first time building, the measurements are slightly off, but it is not a major issue. Just a bit of adjustment will make them fit perfectly. Next, he secures each small wooden beam prepared for the rafters. Building the roof frame at this step is not complicated. You do not need to be too precise with the measurements. Just nail it tightly. Once it is done, the shelter structure can be considered to have a scale. After completing the roof frame, you can proceed to cover it. The bamboo tubes in front of you are the main materials. Just cover them one by one onto the frame. Smooth out the protruding parts. This step sounds easy, but it is actually not hard. As long as you have hands, you can do it. Anyone can do it, and for Mr. Long, it is even easier. In no time, just a meal's worth of time, Mr. Long had finished roofing the entire house. And with a luxurious shelter. Trong. This definitely can't lack an awning. Looks nice, Long. Then he added 2 more wooden panels for aesthetics and thought about the rainy season coming. The roof clearly is not enough to keep out the rain and wind, so he took another plastic sheet, free of charge, covering the roof like a layer. It is like the first rainproof layer for shelter, of course. But just that alone is not enough, on Long. He also plans to add another layer of clay to the roof. And while he is at it, he is making a wooden trough to transport the clay. It really saves a lot of effort. Even with tools to assist, this step is still exhausting. It is exhausting, but luckily you have me. Long is full of energy. The tasks that others find bothersome and complicated are as easy as drinking water for him. But, after gathering enough clay, you still need to add water to increase its stickiness, mix it thoroughly, and only then can you apply it to the roof using this method, right? Not only does it prevent the roof from being blown away by the wind, but it also increases durability. It enhances the insulation effect, providing shelter while at the same time. This process is also very relaxing. I believe everyone must have played with mud as a child. When I was little, just a lump of dirt could keep me entertained all afternoon. So, Long does not feel tired at all. On the contrary, it actually feels interesting, and after mixing it thoroughly, that mixture can be evenly applied to the roof according to this method, right? Not only does it prevent the roof from falling apart, but it also significantly improves the thermal insulation of the shelter. After the roof is covered with an even layer of clay, it still needs to be. The wooden planks are smoothed out to match Mr. Long's meticulous care in construction. The shelter looks much more appealing. Then he continued to raise the chimney of the fireplace so it blends better with the roof when the chimney is built to the right height. Once it is suitable, you also need to smooth the surface to align it with the overall structure. Then you can quickly start a fire, both for testing and to help dry the fireplace faster. After that, you can proceed to decorate the interior, starting with leveling the ground, which is uneven, Mr. Long. Choose to spread a layer of gravel and sand, then press it down with a wooden plank. Although it is not as good as a cement foundation, the final result is quite good. The next step is to reinforce the walls. Use clay to plaster them. This not only makes them neat and beautiful, but also increases their sturdiness once again. As for the mountain walls, Long did not forget to immediately pick up various large and small stones to finish building. Meanwhile, he also discovered a very square stone slab and decided to make it a part of the shelter. The size of this slab was just right to use as a roof, covering the fireplace from rain. So Long quickly arranged to put it in place, and after finishing the work, he continued to build the remaining wall. Thanks to his previous experience, this time Long's actions were even more proficient, with each hand movement executed without hesitation. In no time at all, the meal is ready. Now the shelter is gradually taking the shape of a house. So soon we can move in. Long decided to make himself a large bed. He used round wood to build the frame and made 2 pairs of legs for the head and foot of the bed. Positioned and secured 2 additional long wooden beams. They need to serve as the bed frame's crossbars. At the same time, to enhance stability, Mr. Long also attached diagonal braces on the sides, and finally secured one by one the treated wooden planks on top, and thus a solid natural wood single bed was completed. Comfort has been completed at this point. The shelter is only missing one large door. Mr. Long carved grooves into the wood and assembled them diagonally, securing them to form a basic frame. Then, he processed additional wooden planks of equal size to make the inner door. During the construction process, his woodworking skills have also significantly improved. The dimensions are becoming increasingly precise. Each plank fits so perfectly that even someone with obsessive-compulsive disorder would exclaim, "Comfortable." Soon, a beautiful door is completed, and using lotus leaves, it is quickly installed. When the door is set up, the entire construction work temporarily comes to an end. Consider it finished. Next, Mr. Long wants to renovate the front yard. It must be transformed into a true paradise. After all, it is right next to a natural lake. It would be a waste not to take advantage of it. So he leaned against a large rock by the river and arranged an outdoor patio. Once he reached a certain height, Li definitely went. He picked up more stones to use for building steps. Since these were all large rocks, transporting them was quite labor-intensive. However, as everyone probably already knows, Long is certainly not lacking in physical strength. Even rocks weighing half a person's weight seem to obediently follow his lead. Only with such heavy stones can the bridge and stairs be built to add a solid part while ensuring absolute safety. The gaps still need to be filled with rubble. Although it seems like just a simple process, it has also taken Mr. Long half a day. Moving on. According to Chin, it is connecting the bridge with the stairs to the outer yard. In such weather, commuting and daily activities will be much more convenient. This process is much simpler. Just arrange the stones to form an outer border. Then use rubble to create a pathway. After 2.5 hours of work, heavy, finally, Mr. Long has built a large outdoor terrace. However, it is still not up to his expectations. So he continues to collect more slate tiles. Surely you can guess what he is planning to do next, right? You are planning to pave these stones on the yard to enhance its aesthetic appeal. With the level of care and attention Mr. Long puts into the shelter, enduring a muddy yard is simply unacceptable. Even though these stones vary in size and their shapes are inconsistent, through Long's skillful hands, everything takes on a natural, harmonious beauty, interwoven with artistic elements. After completing those tasks, Long decided to make himself an outdoor dining table. Whether it is for eating or relaxing and enjoying the view, having a table is absolutely essential. In front of you is a slab of stone that you meticulously selected to use as a surface. The table is truly perfect, and under the unceasing chiseling and hammering, the rough edges of the stone's original shape have disappeared, replaced by a surface that is smooth and rounded, just like the image of people who have been polished by life to the point of refinement. No more sharp edges, however. Transporting such a large stone back is not easy, Mr. Long. We had to choose to drop it freely to bring it back, even though this method caused some edges to chip, but luckily it didn't affect the overall shape much. When Tan Song successfully brought the stone back to the shelter, the next task for him was to create the base for the dining table. As for the materials, Mr. Long had already planned ahead. He had once discovered a piece of rotted redwood long ago and immediately planned to cut it out. Turning a piece of wood into a base leg is truly a choice that could not be more suitable. However, to make it more secure, Mr. Long still decided to process it one more time. First, he marks one end of the wood piece, then uses a chisel to carve out a complete groove. Finished, Mr. Long split a large log in half. The thickness of the wood is just right, tightly fitted to attach into the groove, while ensuring both pieces of wood can be securely fixed together at the joint. It is also necessary to carve a similar groove. Once all the preparations are complete, he immediately brought them back to the uncle's tent to proceed with assembly. Assembled thanks to careful calculation of dimensions, the two pieces of wood fit together perfectly, without any gaps. This cross configuration helps increase the load-bearing capacity of the slab. Now just place the slab on top for stability. No need to worry even when jumping or singing on it, it is completely safe. You place another log as a seat, and that is one The natural-style table and chair set is now complete. Your shelter project is also considered fully finished, gradually coming into view, with the image of a paradise retreat in mind. Mr. Long, but you never sit still, always turning around and starting again. Hands on adjusting the chimney. He felt it didn't quite match the surrounding landscape, so he immediately decided to redecorate to make it more beautiful. It must be said that the stones, through his skillful arrangement, truly made the chimney much more elegant and sophisticated. When Long has nothing to do, he often goes to pick some wild fruits nearby to enjoy the unique flavors from nature. Or he enjoys his private pool, soaking in the cool and refreshing outdoor water. If there is one thing that Long is most passionate about, that is why he personally cooks the dishes he loves, especially the one that holds the deepest connection to his childhood, which is peanut mochi. Everyone has a flavor of their childhood, and to make this cake, he needs to have a stone mortar. Carving a stone mortar by hand requires a lot of strength, but luckily, Mr. Long had enough determination. Perseverance pays off, all because of one childhood dish. Every effort was worth it. In the end, he had to spend up to 49 hours to finish crafting the stone mortar. Next, Mr. Long plans to build an outdoor kitchen to make cooking more convenient. Everything is ready now. Start the fire first, then pour the soaked sticky rice into the bamboo tube. This method not only cooks the rice but also retains the fragrance of the bamboo. After that, place it in the steamer. Steam it until fully cooked. While waiting for the sticky rice to cook, prepare the other ingredients. Pour the peanuts into the mortar, pound them finely, and remove the skins because this will be the soul of the dish. After the cake mixture is finely ground, he scoops it out and sets it aside. By this time, the sky is gradually darkening. The rice in the pot is now tender. The next step is something many Southerners are very familiar with, pouring the sticky rice into the stone mortar and pounding it continuously. This process is also a great way to relieve stress, helping Mr. Long to let go of his many sorrows. Failed blind date. When the dough reaches the right consistency, he starts adding the ground peanuts. He shapes the mixture into flat cakes, and that is how the peanut cakes from his childhood dreams are finally made. He lights a few shimmering candles to create a romantic atmosphere, then begins. Enjoy this meaningful dinner to the fullest. Feeling satisfied, Mr. Long returns to his warm stone house. Leisurely, he drifts into a sweet and deep sleep.